Greetings and salutations, my name is OJ as always, and yeah, we're gonna cover another one of Behaviour's controversies because, well, it's important to acknowledge the faults and successes of our companies that we so graciously give our monies to. Monies? You know what I mean. This video is going to be very unscripted, so if I blabber or kind of stumble over myself, I do apologise in advance. But for those unaware, as of recent, the DeadByDaylight, Behaviour, etc. did a Walking Dead live stream with one of the actors from the show. By the way, I know nothing about Walking Dead, so don't expect me to know who this is. And a couple of streamers, including the only one I really know on this list, DarVa, who I would personally argue is the biggest DeadByDaylight content creator. Now, this is a neat idea, you know, do a live stream with some of the people from the property that you're, you know, putting into your game. That's cool. I can imagine in another world we had a Five Nights at Freddy's stream where we had Dorco and Scott Cawthon playing DeadByDaylight together. Like, it's a cool idea. I got nothing wrong with it. Neat idea. Awesome. It didn't go very well. to no one's surprise, it did not go well at all. I have a few sort of clips here.
Sorry, behavior, please don't.
I love you. Please shush for a minute. I have a few clips here and stuff, just as example, and some other stuff I want to address just really quickly. That these two are like smaller controversies that don't really matter as much, but obviously I just wanted to mention them to get them over and done with. But anyways, this stream went to shit. It was very bad. As you can see here, the understanding of what happened, and this is fully correct, by the way. This has all happened. I've seen clips and stuff, and I will show some clips, etc. They were hosting custom matches to obviously, you know, play with people. Cheaters joined via the Spectator slots, which is a thing that you can do. You can quite easily join a server or lobby through the Spectator slots. Ots suggested to, but by the way, I must admit the reason the cheaters were joining the Spectator slots is so when the game started up, they could just like DDoS it and keep like hacking the game and destroying it whilst they were trying to play. But Ots suggested to fill the slots with his mods and people that he trusts, which, as you can see in this clip.
Please don't kill the messenger, but I think it's gonna happen again.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna happen again. Just let the lovely folks that are joining us stay, and then if we're ready up, I guarantee you there's gonna be no issue. Or at least I'm pretty sure.
So, as you can see in that sort of little segment, oh my god, the quality is bad. Sorry, it only goes up to 4. Okay, basically what Ots does here is that he invites some of his mods to join and sit in the spectator slots to prevent the hackers from joining and to prevent the DDoSing of the server. However, in this segment, all of Ots's like friends and mods that join the spectator slots are kicked without any explanation as to why, any communication for behaviour as to why, and it was such a pathetically easy solution, but behaviour in all of their wisdom didn't seem to want to listen to it. And this will lead into a point that I will talk about later, but they almost seem quite embarrassed right now. This entire debacle over the last couple weeks, month, has been incredibly embarrassing for them. The release of the Walking Dead chapter on the PTB was quite bad. Michonne not being accessible is kind of a bad look, but of course that may be due to technical reasons and such, and I can't fault them for that. But there were a lot of bugs in the PTB, as I'm sure you all know from either one of my videos that I made or someone else's video, right? None of those bugs were addressed, and we had like 700 billion more added in the actual live patch. That's embarrassing. Very embarrassing. One of those bugs is the Streetwise bug, where you could get infinite charges on your item. People were calling for the kill switch, me included, as you can quite clearly see right here. Let's talk about the kill switch, because that was what I was complaining about, that Streetwise wasn't being kill switched, right? But when they did kill switch it, literally the same day that I uploaded this video, it was for less than a day and it didn't really do much. They said they would, you know, going forward, they would reevaluate the kill switch. There was obviously a lot of controversy around one of the mods on the Discord server, as well as the behavior forums, talking about how people should have never learned about the kill switch and all of that sort of stuff, which only fanned the flames that were already like an exploding house fire. But yeah, they released this little thingy-majig where they talked about like, oh, going forward, we're going to reevaluate how we use the kill switch and stuff like that. And obviously that's a case of waiting and seeing them actually do it. But obviously 6 days later, and we had this, and it's just, I feel like behavior is embarrassed. I feel like they're embarrassed that they've just come off of one of their highest highs with the Five Nights at Freddy's chapter, and have now immediately launched into a embarrassingly made chapter, which is very lazy. Like, the Walking Dead chapter is a lazily made chapter, as I did address in this video here, this one, When Is Enough Enough. But they've just come off that, and now they've released Walking Dead, incredibly lazy, incredibly buggy, as I've mentioned many times before. Bugs galore, unlike anything we've seen for, I would say, quite a while. And then you had all the stuff with streetwise and fanning the flames, and now this. It's just like, third time's a charm, right, guys? Like, you just keep embarrassing yourself. And what really concerns me is that if Ots, who I would consider the, like, highest order of Dead by Daylight I would consider him at the top of the Dead by Daylight content creator, like, food chain, we want to call it that. If they're not listening to him and his suggestions, and how, by the way, pathetically easy suggestions, fill the slots up with people that Ots trusts, and then you don't get DDoSed and you can have a comfortable stream. That's not a crazy statement. That's not like asking all of behavior for their IP addresses and their bank info. Like, this is a very simple thing, very easy, but they ignored him, didn't do it, and as it says right here, they ended the stream early because of the DDoSing. That's just embarrassing. This isn't a controversy on the level as the Streetwise thing or the actual release of the Walking Dead chapter, but it's just another cut into my hope for this game. Like, I don't want to see Dead by Daylight fail. I obviously don't. A lot of my complaints and all of this stuff come from the fact that I like this game. I've been playing it since it came out on Xbox. I bought the special. I have a physical copy of the special edition. I've been playing it for a long ass time, and I like the game a lot. I've been here for almost every step of the way. I had to deal with the sabotage matter back in 2016. Yes, I'm an unk. Yes, I need to be put to bed in the nursing home. But this is really bad. This is really, really bad. And it just sort of hurts my want to play the game. Just play it. This is a controversy relatively small in all things considered. Most people won't even really know this ever happened. But it's, for me, for someone who is online quite a lot and sort of looks around on social media and stuff, it's just another cut into me wanting to play this game. I'm not joking when I say this. This Dead by Daylight-a-thon has been very fun for me, and I really have enjoyed doing it. And it's quite clear, judging from view counts and the comments that I've gotten, that people enjoy it as well. And I'm glad everyone does. But man, I'm going to be completely real with you. I can't wait for this just to be over. I can't wait to just be kind of done with the Dead by Daylight videos and I can move on to something else or something else to cover. Like, here's a little teaser for what I actually wanted to do. Come the Springtrap video eventually being made and finished and done, I wanted to actually open up the vote to you lot what my next series of videos would be. The options, I'm still kind of considering what I want to do. Overwatch is gonna probably be there because I enjoy Overwatch a lot. I've mentioned that in a few other videos. Yes, I know that's a despicable thing to say, God forbid, but one of the other games I considered was like League of Legends. Whoa. No, you gotta hear me out, right? You have to hear me out. League of Legends, I'm considering. I'm mostly considering games that have characters, like characters I can do videos on and analyze, or not analyze, but kind of describe and tell you about, because, well, clearly people enjoy listening to me just blabber about killers in Dead by Daylight. Like, I could easily do this for Survivors, but I don't want to do that for Survivors because first thing first, I'm not a Survivor player, and I'm gonna be real. I don't really want to play Dead by Daylight after all of this. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be completely real with y'all. I don't want to really play Dead by Daylight much after this. There was another clip as well where he offered to invite, or Ots offered to invite mods and friends to fill spectator slots if behavior couldn't come up with people multiple times, but Mish, who is that again? Mish Also offered to fill up the slots with mods and friends of her own, and I'll just let the clip play out for you. Please do ignore my dog barking in the background. I know he's quite loud. I can't really stop him. I'm already going with this recording. We're running with it. We're sprinting with it, even.
Oh, I think it's happening again.
Yeah, we might. All right, guys. I didn't wanna be that guy, but
It's
yeah. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. We're gonna have to quit again. And behavior, you guys are gonna have to.
Can we just bring spectators in, or?
Yeah, I'm just gonna tell my mods. Hopefully they don't have a problem joining.
Yeah. I can also get some fills.
What are we waiting for?
Exactly. Just gonna do some angry typing.
But yeah, it's this entire situation. It's relatively small in the scheme of things, but it's just another shit on the pile of the shit Sunday that is DeadByDaylight's sort of status right now. And I do have a few other things I wanted to mention. Just these are like very small sort of controversies. They're not something I can kind of make a big video out of. They did this the other day, you know, a thank you charm to thank all of us for playing DeadByDaylight. It's no secret that our players are the heart of DeadByDaylight, and we wanted to give you a token of our gratitude for meeting us around the campfire every day. Thank you. Here's a fun fact. This charm, this one right here that you log in, I would like any of you to check the collection. When you do, you will see the words Valentine's Day Collection 2024. This is not a new charm. This is a charm that has existed in the game for a year. It has been in the files for a year. And they're giving it out as if like some sort of a charitable donation to the poor. Like, we love you guys so much. Here, have this thing that's a year old and we just never released it. We're not going to bother making something new for you all. What the shit? Come on, man. Come on, man. Your PR is in the behavior. Your PR is in the literal trenches. You are making things worse for yourself. I'm not sure why. Like, this chapter has been very lazy, very buggy, very broken, all of this palaver, and you're coming off the backs of one of your highest highs ever, the highest player count ever, with Five Nights at Freddy's, and I'm just beginning to wonder, has a lot of that sort of success with the Five Nights at Freddy's chapter kind of gone to their head? I'm kind of beginning to think that. Their refusal to listen to Otz when it came to his suggestions in the Walking Dead stream, the refusal from that moderator to listen to what people were saying about Streetwise and how it weren't kill switch worthy, blah blah blah. It's all very odd. Like, they are very prideful. Like, they don't want to listen to us because we are lower than them. Who are we to speak? Behavior knows that. Behavior knows best, right? Yeah. No, they do not. They do not, and they have proven that they don't multiple times over these last couple weeks, and it's very embarrassing for them to sort of almost sit on a high horse. Obviously, this is me just kind of speculating. I don't know why they're acting like this at all. I got no clue, but this is just me speculating, and it's speculation. Yeah, that's what I already said that. It feels like they're sitting on a high horse. It feels like they're almost embarrassed that they've messed up this badly, but now are trying to act like, it's not that bad, it's fine, you guys are just complaining for complaining's sake. And annoyingly, there are quite a lot of people on Twitter who are saying, people are getting too involved in the game, and people are getting too worked up over it. This is a product. By all definitions, this is a product that I'm paying for, and if the product that I'm paying for is in a bad state and is not fun to play, and the company that is providing me this product is constantly making bad decisions and messing up over and over, I have the full right, and I will call them out for it. I will not hesitate to call out developers on doing shitty things, because I don't have much sentimental attachment to developers outside of ones who, for the most part, haven't done anything wrong. An example is Aggro Crab. They're a really lovely indie studio. I love their games. Peak has obviously just blown up, and I'm really happy for them. And until they do something wrong, I will continue to be a huge fan of them. But like, for example, although I enjoy League of Legends, yes, very scary statement, I'm one of the few, I'm probably the only person that actually enjoys playing it, I'm not going to hesitate to call out Riot Games on the shitty like stuff. I'm sure you've all seen, or maybe not all, but I'm sure some of you have seen that AI generated like birthday celebration video that they did. That is awful. That is disgusting in every way, shape or form. And if I wasn't currently covering, you know, behavior related stuff and Dead by Daylight as a whole, I would have called them out on that. I usually like to keep my controversy discussions dedicated to whatever game I'm currently covering. Say we move on to Overwatch after this is all done and dusted. I'm going to call out Blizzard if they suddenly decide, oh, let's kill Ramatra. Let's make him really, really bad. I will call them out for it because I love Ramatra. I don't care if he's currently a Mr. Controversy because he's very, very strong in comp for some reason. He hasn't experienced any changes in years. I say years, he's not even been around for multiple years. You know what I mean. Anyways, I'm going off track, off topic, etc. What I'm trying to say, I will call out developers for doing shitty things, and I have the full right to. And people that just say, oh, you're too invested. This is what I enjoy. This is all my passion. All of my passion has been gaming since I was like 2 years old. Gaming is my passion. It is what I love with all of my heart, and that's what my channel is an expression of. My passion put into these videos with full force, no holds barred, etc, etc. I've got videos on games I really, really love, just kind of sitting there, and I'm waiting to kind of release them. I played Signalis recently. I'm very, very fond of that game. I really love it, and that video is sitting in the corner waiting to be made so I can release it on the release date of Signalis, that being October 27th. And the passion I'll probably put into that video is unreal, because I love video games. I really love video games. They're all I've ever loved. Genuinely, like, if you were to dissect me and look at my heart, there would be a section just called video games, right? So me complaining about this stuff is reasonable, I would argue, and I do it because I love these products. I love these products. I love these games. I love Dead by Daylight. I played it, as I said, for ages, and I wanted to see the best. I wanted to see it as the best it can be, but this is just really difficult to defend. I'm not going to defend it. I wouldn't defend it in any situation, but it's just like, it's really hard to just keep seeing this sort of shit and just go, yeah, I'm going to boot up Dead by Daylight and play it. I don't want to play it. I really don't. Once I grab the footage for Dracula, Ghoul, Houndmaster, and Springtrap, I don't know if I'm ever really going to play the game for quite a while. Maybe I'll check it out when they do the new original killer, if she even comes out. I don't think she should. I'm saying she. I'm kind of presuming it'll probably be a she. I have that hunch. East Asian mythology. I've got a hunch that it will probably be a woman of some kind. I'm hoping it's that weird spider woman. I don't remember the name of it, the mythological creature, but I do hope it is. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is, like, I'll probably look at and check out some new content from them when it comes out, but I don't think that original chapter should come out. We should probably have an Operation Health. This game badly needs it, as I'm sure you've all seen. And as the last final little cherry on top, survivors have another overpowered perk combo. I think I encountered this in my Chucky video. That should hopefully go up tomorrow. I was going to release it today, but I might as well just cover this whilst I'm at it, and just sort of, you know, not like, I want to cover it because I care, but it is also, you know, good for the algorithm. It's, people like to complain, I like to complain. These are videos to get my vents and frustrations out. But yeah, this perk combo of No Mither and Finesse, I think I encountered it in my Chucky video. I'll just play a little clip of what it looks like in action.
Don't do that, Luke.
Basically, the person screaming. Basically, if you combine No Mither and Finesse, for some reason, it actually causes Finesse's vault speed to be even quicker than it already is, making it very difficult for killers to sort of actually hit you when you jump over the window. Pretty bad perk combo. I would recommend disabling one or the other. Obviously, there is a huge drawback to this combo, which is, you know, permanently being broken. That is a very big drawback, but if the killer never touches you, does it really matter? Good question. But yeah, that's kind of everything that's been happening lately. This is all very embarrassing, very just stupid. It's just another cut into Dead by Daylight's death of 1,000 cuts. The game won't die. It won't die. And until we get like some serious competition, which is really difficult because Dead by Daylight now kind of has a chokehold on this stuff. They have so many licenses in the game. It's going to be really hard for any game, even remotely, like, similar to get anywhere. The only games I could ever, the only, like, alternative competitor that I could ever see actually working is one made by like another huge company. Like, I don't know, say like Riot Games. Let's mention them again. Say Riot Games suddenly goes, hey, we're going to make an asymmetrical horror game, and you know, you can play it, and blah blah blah. It'll probably be successful. It probably would put some sort of competition. What Dead by Daylight needs is like a Marvel Rivals. Overwatch was in a very bad state before Rivals came out, so Rivals had a lucky break, right? It had a lucky chance to sort of scoop up a lot of players. Now Rivals is in its own controversies, but Rivals' existence allowed or kind of pushed Overwatch to be better. And now, personally, I would argue that Overwatch is probably in the best state it's been in years. Like, ever. Not ever. No, not ever. But in years. Probably since, like, before they just stopped doing updates for Overwatch 1, when they were planning to make Overwatch 2. It's probably the best it's been since then. I really love what Overwatch is doing currently. Wu Yang's trailer came out, and I've been more than excited to play him. Wu Yang looks really, really cool, and I cannot wait to test him out on... That's tomorrow! Oh, yeah, okay, I get to test out Wu Yang tomorrow, that's a win for me! But, you get what I mean. Marvel, we need a Dead by Daylight version of Marvel Rivals. Something to kind of scoop up a lot of players that are just... like annoyed with how Dead by Daylight has been doing things lately, and just kind of give Dead by Daylight a kick in the ass to kind of get themselves in gear to try and like actually do something, because right now they're not doing anything, and it's incredibly embarrassing and incredibly lazy on their part. I wish they did something because I want to enjoy this game, but they aren't. So what I'm going to do once, you know, the DBDathon series is over and done with, as I said, I'm going to let you vote for what the next series of videos will be on. If you end up voting League of Legends, though, just know that will be a long thing. It would be the League of Legends option would be a long task. As I'm sure you're aware, there is like 150 plus characters in League. That's a lot. I wouldn't mind it though. I have something to say for everyone, whether that be complaints or compliments for all of them, right? But yeah, anyways, this is going to be the end of the video. I want to thank you all for the support as of late. It's been really lovely to just sort of see just comments. Comments is what kind of help me. I really like the discussions in the comments. Like the alien video has been really fun to do because I like to see the comments of people sort of mentioning similar things to me, like how the face huggers are just like not included at all and stuff like that. It's been really, really lovely, and I can't thank you all enough for it. But anyways, with that said, I hope you have a good evening, afternoon, morning, etc. Like, comment and subscribe if you managed to listen to my rambles for this long. I know that must be a true struggle. You're a real trooper. I'll give you a little kiss on the forehead and a Medal of Honor and all. But yeah, I hope to see you in my next video, which should be on none other than the good guy, also known as Chucky.